good evening and welcome to the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium. I'm Kel McDavid alongside William McDavid, and we've got the first home game for boys varsity. It's going to be a good matchup tonight between Monarch and Creek.
Yeah, definitely. These two teams are very different teams. Monarch has a 2-2 record, and Creek is sitting at an 0-1 record after a tough loss this last week against Regis. They are coming off a state championship football game, so they definitely have some guys who are just stepping back onto the court, but both teams here are really going to try to fight hard tonight for this win.
All right, and we'll get ready for the national anthem and team introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kirby Lyle Gymnasium for the first home game of the 2021-22 basketball season. Tonight's matchup features the Monarch Coyotes and your Cherry Creek Bruins. Fans at this time, please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So Bruins are coming off of a loss to Regis on Tuesday. Now, they only had one practice going into that game. This week, they've had a few more practices, kind of getting in the rhythm of basketball again, and we'll see how this game goes tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that they changed the starters up a little bit for this game. We got Harry Booth here for the jump ball, and this should be a good game. We have Donnie here in place of Christian Hammond, so I think it'll be interesting to see how this one gets started.
Yeah, it always helps to have someone that's 6'9" to do your jump ball for you, but looks like they're going to try that one again, and we'll give it off to Blake Purchase to Trayvon Chambers.
And Monarch here running a little too. Definitely going to try to get the ball to the short corner and in the middle.
There you go, Asher Knopfziger.
And Monarch definitely likes to keep the ball out wide and take shots. We saw that in some of the previous games today with the lower levels, and I think we'll see that again here.
It'll be Monarch ball off of Blake Purchase. The Bruins are trying to really get up on defense, trying not to let these guys get any shots off, but really trying to be on their feet, come out with a lot of energy, and they are. They're out here talking and ready to go.
Yeah, that's one of the impressive things that you notice is just how loud these varsity gyms can get, particularly just with the players' communication, especially on defense.
Good rebound there by Carrie Booth.
And they definitely are going to be looking for Carrie Moore to shoot the ball tonight.
Turnover there. And basket made by number 1, Zane Miley. That was a 3. Now we've got Trayvon Chambers. Good rebound by Asher Knopfziger. And he'll get a foul on that shooting, so he'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the Bruins have the size advantage in this game, and they have to use that to their advantage, with Asher and Carrie and Blake, and then some other tall guys coming off the bench. They can definitely use that to their advantage, especially when crashing the boards.
Totally. And Monarch will bring it back down, try to take advantage of that missed free throw. At the beginning of the season, it can take some time to get those free throws down in a game situation, and that's what you saw right there, but they'll get a rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. I know that the boys have been working on that at practice a lot because it is something that is so interesting because it seems like it should be so easy, but, getting it in a game, it's a lot more pressure.
Miscommunication there by Monarchs. It'll be Creek ball into Blake Purchase. A nice pass to Asher, and he'll go up. Just missed that, but Monarch rebound by number 22, Brayden Luther.
Yeah, and I think if the Bruins can finish at the rim, they will run away with this game quickly just because they are getting some really nice looks here. They just need to be able to finish.
Yep, deflection there by Donnie Condon. I think finishing is such a big part of the game, but we've got a timeout. Monarchs head coach Tim DeBerry taking that timeout, trying to get his guys to, I think organize a little bit. We saw that miscommunication there on that last possession, so they're going to try to get organized here, but both sides, I think, can use this as an opportunity to focus. There's been some missed layups and things like that, so good timeout.
Yeah, I agree. I think that just slowing the game down a little bit and being like, okay, guys, let's get a set play going, and, we're going to really try to slow the ball down, play solid defense, and I think that was a smart timeout by Coach.
Number 24, Dean Reeves. He is the point guard for Monarch, trying to get some offense started here. Good defense there by Trayvon Chambers. Rebound by Asher Knopfziger. Pass to Trayvon. And couldn't quite get it to Carrie Booth there, but a good play. Carrie's so tall that I think it'd be easy to overestimate just how tall he really is. But
yeah, definitely. I think, you know, they're looking for him down the court all day, especially because he is so athletic. Most kids that are 6'9" in high school can't move up and down the court like he can. So definitely trying to capitalize on his size and his athleticism.
Monarch moving the ball. Got lots of cutters. And that take number 55, Garrett Myers. It'll be Creek rebound. You can see Creek really trying to move the ball up the court quickly. And number 10, Evan Trujillo with the steal. And it looks like they'll call a foul on number 11, Trayvon Chambers, on Creek. So it'll be Monarch's ball on the baseline.
Yeah, and we've seen it so far, and I think we're going to continue to see it throughout the game, but Monarch really hasn't attacked the basket all that much. We saw again right there, they just shot another three. So I think as long as these boys can stay outside and keep those three-point balls from falling, they should be in good shape.
Pass deflected there by Monarch, and it'll be number 1, Zane Miley. They're really swinging the ball around fast, and that three falls for number 10, Evan Trujillo. And that foul will be called on number 10, Evan Trujillo. So it'll be Creek ball.
You know, we've seen a lot of turnovers here so far for the Bruins. I believe that in their last game against Regis, they had 16 turnovers during the game, and I know that was a big emphasis point for Coach Sturtinger at practice this week was we cannot turn the ball over. Let's get the ball moving and make smart passes into smart shots.
And you'll see number 2, Christian a nice little basket right there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, you know, get the ball into the short corner and get a nice cut to an easy layup, and really they should be able to do that all day.
Rebound by number 22, Brayden Luther. And Carrie Booth with a nice rebound on that one. Zane Miley is really getting in these passing lanes for the Bruins. They're going to need to change up their passes a little bit, but he's doing a good job getting in the passing lanes, but it'll be Creek ball again. Condon to Hammond. Hammond in the short corner to Carrie Booth. 3! What a shot by Carrie Booth.
That was amazing. And, you know, as a 6'9" athlete, you do not expect him to be able to shoot like that. And yet he can, and he can shoot well. I know that if the other team were to get a technical, they might send Carrie to the line. That is how good of a shooter he is.
Garrett Myers trying to get something going for Monarch's offense. And Blake Purchase with the steal. Trying to get Asher Knopfziger, got the pass off to Christian Hammond. And another turnover for the Bruins. Basket by Brayden Luther.
Yeah, and we see Monarch continuing to push the court, and even though once they get into a set, they're not being super aggressive, they are pushing the court well, so Creek will have to remedy that.
Foul, so Blake Purchase will go to the line and shoot for the Bruins. That was on number... Not sure who that was on, but Blake will get 2 shots. Number 21, Dominic Cesaro-Scott checking in for the Bruins, giving Asher Knopfziger a break. Like you said earlier, you're really seeing a lot of height from the Bruins. Even the guys coming off the bench, adding height to the court, really just towering over these Monarch guys. So those will be 2 good free throws by Blake Purchase.
And Bruins, nice D here. Oh, and it looks like they'll get Booth on the foul for that one.
Monarch really trying to get something going here. Bruins trying to play quick defense. And they're those refs are definitely going to be watching, the big guys that come out and play defense. They're going to be watching them. Number 4, Tyler Carlson in for Monarch. And great defense there by Dominic Cesaro-Scott. So it'll be Bruins ball.
And talking about defense, 3 of the players on the court right now were part of the defense for the state championship football team. And I definitely can see that translate onto the basketball court. Even there, Dom doing a nice job moving his feet and getting the steal.
Hammond to Condon. Nice pass there. Swinging the ball really well tonight. Carrie Booth's going to go up, and that one won't fall, but Blake Purchase with the rebound. Booth with the rebound, and he'll get fouled, so he'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge for the Bruins tonight. If they can get 2, 3, 4 chances on the offensive boards, I think that they are going to be very successful because eventually your shots are going to fall if you can get those big rebounds. I believe that in their game against Regis earlier this week, they had 46 rebounds. So that is just incredible. So if they can continue to do that, they will be very successful.
And number 22, Brayden Luther, coming off the bench for Monarch with the rebound. Monarch swinging the ball. Good cuts there by Monarch, and it'll be blocked by Carrie Booth. Hammond's going to bring it down. It's a little outnumbered there, so he'll pull it out, but it looks like he slipped there. But I think that they're going to call the foul on Monarch, number 4, Tyler Carlson. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be on the floor, so it'll be Bruins ball. Number 11, Trayvon Chambers, back in for the Bruins.
Yeah, and what we're noticing so far is that currently Monarch has 5 fouls, and that can get you into trouble quick if during the first quarter you already have 5 fouls.
Into Blake Purchase to Hammond. To Booth. To Hammond.
And I love seeing everyone on this team being able to handle the ball.
Totally. 3 by Trayvon Chambers.
And that is a huge shot to give the Bruins a little bit of momentum here at the end of this first quarter.
Some great defense here by the Bruins, really trying to keep those cutters out of the paint. And it looks like it'll be a foul on number 11, Trayvon Chambers.
Yeah, and that's tough. You're trying to be aggressive with the ball. You're coming from behind, and, the refs will just get you on that if you bring your hands down. So,
checking back in for the Bruins is Asher Knopfziger. Into number 4, Tyler Carlson. Good cut there by number 24, Dean Reeves, but not quite able to get that to fall. Bruins will get back down the court to Hammond. Can't quite get that one to fall, but good rebound by Asher Knopfziger.
Bruins unfortunately not able to get a shot up. They had the ball down in the paint, but it was kind of getting chippy down there, so they were not able to get the shot up. But, that's a great half there for the Bruins. We're going to take it down to Reagan Kanabi with our sideline report.
Creek took a loss to Regis on Tuesday. That was a 58-50 loss. And I think the coaching staff and fans are giving them a little bit of slack for that one, because I'll give you a dates breakdown. The Cherry Creek football team won a state championship on Saturday, and 2 of our starting basketball players, Christian Hammond and Blake Purchase. Christian is the quarterback for football, and Blake leads the defense. And they won a state championship on Saturday. They had Sunday off. Monday, they switched their spikes out for sneakers. They came out here and did their first full varsity practice with the whole team. And then they played the following day and took a loss to Regis. And we saw that they were a little bit rusty, and obviously this is a pretty close game. they took a little bit of a lead there at the end of the first quarter, and we're starting to see them knock a little bit of rust off, which is really great. And with that, we're looking to a really good second quarter. I'll send it back up to you guys.
Cool. You know, like Reagan was saying, it's so hard coming, you know, between seasons. There's no time when your team goes and gets a state championship, and obviously that's so cool for the football team. But then to turn around and have a hard game against Regis pretty much 2 days later is hard. But it'll be Monarch's ball as we're coming back. Good defense there by Dominic Cesario-Scott.
And it looks like Remington Larson has checked into the game. So that is another guard and another football player on the floor here tonight.
Shot by number 4, Tyler Carlson, won't fall. Rebound by Remington Larson. Trey Chambers with the take and can't quite get that one. So it'll be Monarch ball going the other way.
Big shot there for Monarch, and you know, one thing that basketball coaches always preach is long shots lead to long rebounds. So you could see the Trayvon Chambers there was kind of backing up when that shot went up because he knew that was going to be a long rebound.
Yeah, that's just good court awareness and good basketball knowledge. Great pass there from Hammond to Knopfziger.
Yeah, that's that quarterback vision there. Hammond is the quarterback for the football team, and you could see it on that play. He saw Asher open up, and he made that nice pass.
Great steal there by Hammond. Kind of bounced off, looks like Monarch's foot, and it'll be number 1, Zane Miley, with the block, I guess we could call it, against Hammond. So it'll be Creek's ball on the baseline.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen great defense so far from Creek. My coach this year has preached to us that if we hold a team to single-digit quarters, we will win the game. And Creek was able to do that in the first quarter, and so far they're doing a good job with that.
Hammond with the layup attempt there, but it'll be Monarch's ball. And they're going to call that on number 5, Remington Larson.
So that'll be the 4th foul here for Creek in this first half. And number 24, Dean Reeves, will take it out of bounds.
And another miscommunication there by Monarch, so it'll be Bruins ball. Both teams, you know, it's still really early in the season, trying to get some of their plays locked in, and you can see that from both teams, and Monarch has had a couple turnovers that way. We'll have a stoppage because I think that the clock didn't start. And so number 4, Tyler Carlson, will be back in for Monarch.
And there you see it. You know, Creek is trying to initiate these plays, and it seems to have worked well for them.
3 by number 11, Trey Chambers.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. If you can just slow it down a little bit, fast breaks are great and all, but slow it down, get a few plays in. And
great rebound there by Larson. And we'll head back to the Bruins' end of the court. Quick shot out of the short corner there for Cesario-Scott, and they will call that on number 10, Asher Knopfziger, an offensive foul, so we will have Monarch's ball.
Yeah, and on that last possession, it was really great defense by Asher. I know he didn't get a hand on the ball, but he was the one that forced that layup over the top, so great job there by him.
You can hear this Creek student section starting to get into the game a little bit and giving the Bruins some momentum on this fast break. Great pass there from Larson to Chambers. Shot off by number 10, Evan Trujillo, and Monarch will get the rebound on that, pass it back out.
Yeah, number 22, Brayden Luther from Monarch, has been a big factor in this game so far purely because of his size, and he's gotten some really nice rebounds. But
they're going to call a carry on number 55, Garrett Myers, so it'll be Bruins ball. And number 13, Jack Carlson, back in for Monarch.
Yeah, and number 0, Kerry Booth, back in for the Bruins. So we will see how these Bruins are going to try to finish out this half.
And I think there is a deflection off of Monarch, so it'll be Creek ball. Bruins going to try to get something going here. Nice little putback there by Hammond on his own shot, but couldn't get it to fall. And Monarch will try to get some numbers on the Bruins. Shot by number 55, Garrett Myers. That's a 3.
That's a nice shot. And once again, there's a big man shooting, and that was a beautiful shot, and that is necessary if you want to stay in this ball game.
Bruins trying to move the ball. It looks like Monarch is back in that 2-3 zone. And no foul call there. It looked like Chambers thought he maybe should get a call on that one, but it'll be Monarch ball heading back the other way.
Yeah, one of the things about a 2-3 defense is just getting the ball moving, and Creek has done a good job with that so far tonight, which I think is why Monarch came out of it, but now they're back in it.
Chambers has been hot, but misses that one, but puts it back up. We'll call that a nice little pass there to Booth, and he'll get fouled, so and 1 on that.
Yeah, and he is a menace in the paint. I know that the coaches have him outside, and he is a fantastic shooter and ball handler, but when he gets down there in the paint, especially on rebounds, he can make some really nice plays.
In for Monarch, number 1, Zane Miley. And number 12, Donnie Condon for the Bruins. Looks like we're having some clock issues maybe. That was a little bit of a late substitution, so. And Blake Purchase will come back in for the Bruins.
Yeah, and one of the things we didn't see as much last year that we're seeing a lot more this year is a more steady rotation, you know, and I think part of that is coach trying to get players in because they have not gotten to see the court as much because of football, but we're seeing a nice rotation, which I know in previous years we've kind of seen 5 or 6 guys that see the court, so it's a great way to keep fresh legs down there.
For sure, and as these guys are trying to get back into basketball shape. You know, they're in great shape for football, but basketball is different and coming indoors. But Monarch is going to bring it back into Luther, and he can't quite get that one to fall. Great rebound there by Booth. And Condon on the run, trying to get it back under control, got a little bit outnumbered there, and I think that they will call that foul on number 13, Jack Carlson. So it'll be Creek's ball.
1-1, I believe we are at Monarch. That is their 7th foul of the half. And you know, as a basketball player, this is really where you make your money, is on free throws. If you can drain these free throws, you can get up by a lot of points, and those can be the game-changing shots in a game.
Well, and especially when you get into 1-1. And Monarch will try to bring it down. They've got numbers on the Bruins. 3 by number 1. Zane Miley can't get that one to fall, and good rebound there by the Bruins. Try to bring it down, back down the court. Purchase to Booth. And they're going to call that foul on number 4, Tyler Carlson. So that's his second in the last little bit. So I think they're going to go ahead and bring him out and put in number 24, Dean Reeves, and number 55, Garrett Myers. Still in 1-1, so Kerry Booth will be shooting.
I love the persistence there by the Bruins. You know, they miss a shot, they go get the rebound, they, you know, hit it off their foot, they're diving on the ground. I love how much fire they're bringing into this game, and you can definitely see that.
Good rebound there by Blake Purchase. Goes back up with it and gets it to fall. That was really a good play there by Blake. It's really hard to get the offensive rebound on those free throws, and he did a good job with that.
And it looks like they'll get booth for goaltending on that.
You don't see that very often in high school.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive block. Whether they give Monarch the 2 points or not, I think that one's pretty impressive. He got that pretty high up on the glass.
Cesario Scott, and that is a great shot, just inside the 3-point line. So I think they'll count that one as a 2. But
yeah, and once again, being that threat in the middle, you know, if you don't have any options open, that middle is still going to be open. So pull up for that shot. You can get a lot of points.
Monarch trying to get some different cuts going, trying to get a good shot off. And that'll be Blake Purchase with that.
That one might have been tipped by Booth. It kind of looked like he got up there for that.
Great fake there by Blake. Couldn't quite get the layup to go. Rebound by Condon. Back down to Purchase. And he'll get the layup.
And definitely a lot of energy in this room. That typically happens when you get the ball going back and forth like that. But it looks like maybe we'll be able to settle it down here in the last about minute and a half of this quarter.
And Creek's got a big student section tonight. Probably a pretty big one for a home opener, but really fun to see these students out supporting the Bruins. And it'll be a good rebound there by Creek. There's 3 of them there, so.
Yeah, sometimes those are tough ones because you all are fighting for the same board.
3 by Kerry Booth. He is on fire tonight.
Yeah, that is a weapon that you just cannot do anything about. He can attack, he can shoot. I mean, what are you supposed to do with him?
Luther trying to get something going to Myers. And I think they're going to call that on the Bruins. Dean Reeves was trying to get a good cut there. And that foul will be called on number 12, Donnie Condon. So in for the Bruins. Back in for the Bruins is Remington Larson, and checking in for the first time is Cooper Baronic, number 24. "27 seconds left in the quarter. And looks like Monarch's going to try to use most of that time. Just kidding. Number 55, Garrett Myers with the 3.
Yeah, you can't pass up a big shot like that. So even if they were planning on taking up the time, that one is so wide open. So
Number 10, Evan Trujillo, going to get called on that one. So it'll be 1-1. Blake Purchase will be shooting.
yeah, and that'll definitely be something Monarch will want to figure out in the second half is controlling their foul count. You know, they're at 9 fouls in this first half, and near the end of the game when it can get close, you cannot have the other team in the bonus or double bonus.
Blake Purchase with the big first free throw there, and Coach Dertinger trying to get his team organized, calling out some plays. Trying to not let Monarch get a shot off here. Also trying not to get any fouls late in this first half. Oh, shot off there by Dominic Cesaro Scott to end the quarter. And that is a great first quarter there, or first half there for the Bruins. You know, after coming off that loss, they're up a good amount. So we'll hand it over to Reagan Kenobi to Coach Dertinger.
Guys, I'm here with Coach Dertinger. Coach, what were you liking out of your team that first half?
I mean, I just like that we're playing. You know, it's nice to have everybody back. We didn't really share it too well last game, so we're willing to share it tonight. We're defending, we're rebounding, so it looks a lot better.
And what are you looking to improve going into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, more of the same. I think we could score more in transition. I think there's some steals that we can get out there, being off in the passing lane. And then we got a little stagnant against the zone, so we got to move a little bit more against that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Reagan.
All right, back up to you guys.
All right, and we'll take a break for halftime. at the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium, where Creek and Monarch are just coming out of halftime. Creek is leading 33-16.
Yeah, and this has definitely been a nice battle. I know that the score looks like it is a farther apart game than it really is, but I feel like both of these teams are working hard, and both of them are running the court, playing good defense, so it really is just going to be a matter of who can come out, deliver a punch here at the first half, at the start of the second half, excuse me, and then, you know, really take this game home.
And you heard Coach Zertinger talking about at the beginning of halftime, you know, that his team has improved on some things since the Regis game, and he's still looking for them to improve on a few things, and we will look for those improvements in this third quarter. And we've got our whole starting group back, but this time Christian Hammond joins them on the floor. So it'll be Creek ball heading into the third quarter.
Yeah, and I think that finishing at the rim here is going to be huge for Creek. They've gotten a lot of great looks and haven't been able to finish everything, so, you know, they could really start running away with this if they can get some of those finishes.
Nofziger to Chambers, and can't quite hit on that, but great rebound by Nofziger. Back to Nofziger. He's got it like between his legs. And Purchase, they're gonna call the offensive foul on Blake Purchase. So it will be Monarch ball.
Yeah, and those ones are always hard. You know, you're attacking the rim. He decided to go with a floater on that one, which is great, but sometimes those defensive players will sell it a little bit more than it actually might be.
Well, and Blake Purchase is a big kid. You know, he is listed as 6'5", but he is definitely a full 6'5", and when you're standing there on the court and he's coming at you with a floater, he can really get up there, and that was, you know, a big charge there for Monarch, but Bruins will get the ball back down the court. Hammond to Nofziger. Nofziger kicks it out to Chambers. He's going to come off the screen and kick it back out to Nofziger, to Chambers.
Yeah, and I love the ball movement here. You know, you're getting out of breath saying all the names, but that's what makes open shots.
Yeah, and great rebound there by Nofziger. Really battled for that one. And they're going to call him out of bounds on the baseline, so it'll be Monarch ball.
Yeah, Nofziger is really working down there. He's doing a great job, and those second chance opportunities are what is going to win Creek the game.
Totally, and you'll see them continuing to work down here on the defensive side, getting over screens and trying to prevent Monarch from getting any easy shots. Number 10, Evan Trujillo with a big three there for Monarch. Hammond with the attack and can't quite get that one to fall, but I think they're going to call a foul against number 24, Dean Reeves. So Hammond will get 2 shots.
Yeah, and for the most part, the refs are going to give the foul to whoever is more aggressive. So if the offensive player is really driving hard, they're probably going to give him the foul.
Didn't quite get that free throw to fall, but it'll be Monarch's ball bringing it down the court. Hammond definitely trying to play some hard defense here. You could see that little burst of energy from him. And they're going to call that foul on Carrie Booth. So it will be number 1, Zane Miley, with 2 shots.
And you see Monarch here is moving all of their guys out of the key, which is definitely an interesting philosophy, but I think that they are trying to prevent any fast breaks here off a possible missed free throw. And Creek with the rebound there.
to Purchase. Purchase going to drive in and kick it out to Knopfziger. Back to Hammond. Looks like they're trying to double team a little bit there.
Yeah, they got a trap up top.
And they're going to call that travel on number 2, Christian Hammond. You know, little errors like some of the turnovers we saw in the first half and travels and different things like that just really show, you know, there is still some rust, but they're starting to kick off the rust and play basketball the way that we saw them play. But it's a really new team this year. And missed layup there, a little bit of a miscommunication on the rebound from Creek, and they're going to call the foul on number 1, Zane Miley. His 3rd foul, so early in the 3rd quarter already has 3 fouls, and like we said in the last half, those fouls by Monarch really can be a big deal. So number 4, Tyler Carlson back in for Monarch. Chambers with the drive, and great attack there and the layup.
Yeah, definitely. Being aggressive like that, getting the defense on their heels, and if he does that a few times, it's going to open up some wide open shots for him.
Monarch trying to get some ball movement going here, some backdoor cuts, but Bruins doing a great job defending those. And airball shot by number, not sure who that was, but it looks like they're going to call a foul against Monarch. So number 24, Dean Reeves on the foul, so Hammond will shoot.
And I believe that is Reeves' 3rd foul as well. So some of these big-time players for Monarch need to be careful because they're not going to be able to stay in the game.
So number 0, Owen Tennyson, in for the first time for Monarch. And a good shot there by Hammond. So number 21, Dominic Cesaro-Scott, will check back in for the Bruins.
Yeah, and on that last layup, we could really see how tough Christian Hammond is. He got hit pretty hard, but he popped back up and, you know, made the free throws. So.
Great pass there by number 55, Garrett Myers, and Creek fans really excited about that block, but Blake Purchase with the foul there.
Yeah, and during football season, Blake Purchase actually got the league defensive MVP of the year award, and we kind of saw that there in regards to basketball, and I can see some football players over there. They're pretty excited about that one.
That was a big block, but number 0, Owen Tennyson, misses his first free throw and will shoot again. And he'll miss that second one, so it'll be Bruins ball. They're going to try to trap, but Hammond able to get out of that. Throws a fire to Purchase to Booth, and it's good for 3.
Wow, that was an incredible shot there by Booth. He had a defender in his face, and he still got it in.
That's at least his 3rd 3 of the night, and he's really showing to be a threat on the offensive side and on the defensive side right there. Number 10, Evan Trujillo, called on the foul, or on the travel, sorry.
And that will warrant a timeout from Coach DeBerry, so Monarch will take a 19-point deficit here at about the halfway point of our 3rd quarter, and the Bruins have had a great start to their second half here so far.
Yeah, we're really seeing them come out with a lot of energy, trying to just take advantage of any mistakes that Monarch is making, and really seeing them with good rebounding tonight. I know you talked about that they had 46 rebounds in the game against Regis, and that's been a really big thing tonight. Monarch has had some big shots, and the fact that we've been able to get rebounds, limit them to only 1 shot in a possession, has been a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll be curious to see what Creek draws up here to try to continue their nice little run here. Coach Dertinger has done a great job so far, especially just trying to incorporate these football guys, even with only less than a week of practice under their belt, so they've done a great job, and I look forward to continue seeing that tonight.
Monarch definitely trying to press a little bit, put some pressure on these Creek players. You can see them Creek setting great screens and definitely some physicality down there. And so they're gonna call a foul on number 10, Evan Trujillo. And that is their 4th foul of the quarter. Definitely some physicality happening there.
Yeah, and that's one that some referees might let go. You have a little bit of you have a little bit of physicality from both offense and defense, but nice shot there by Purchase.
Sometimes you just need a big shot like that to kind of get out of that possession. Monarch came out with a lot of energy that possession, and now the Bruins will come out and play hard defense. And it's going to stay down on Monarch's end, so Monarch will get a chance here under the basket.
Yeah, and I've loved the continued effort and energy from this Bruins team. You see Remy Larson there taking a nice hit, and some refs might have called that a charge because that was a really nice job getting his feet squared.
Blocked there by Hammond, and Bruins able to get it down the court. Great pass there from Larson to Purchase. Really great ball movement on that fast break.
Yeah, sharing the ball, especially on those fast breaks, a 3-on-2 situation is pivotal.
And Hammond went for that one, and it looks like it'll bounce off the line, so that counts as out of bounds, so it'll be Bruins ball under the basket. Donnie Condon back in for the Bruins.
Yeah, typically you don't hit the raising and lowering mechanisms, but that time they did, and that is an out of bounds, so it will be Bruins ball.
Number 1, Zane Miley with some pressure on Remy Larson there. And I think they're gonna call number 13, Jack Carlson. Definitely some aggressiveness happening, some little chippy things happening from both teams. Definitely a lot of energy this 3rd quarter. Larson to Cesario Scott, who puts it up, so good for 2 on that one. Monarch moves it around.
And I believe the Bruins have had a little defensive streak here going. Oh, and it will end right there with that nice shot there by Myers, but really nice defense here in this 3rd quarter by Creek.
And Hammond goes in and misses that layup. Looks like he was going backwards a little bit on that one, but Bruins will try to get numbers back for defense. Big shot there by Myers, and he hits it again.
Yeah, he's feeling hot, and sometimes you get in that rhythm and you're just feeling good.
Cesario Scott with the shot, and Booth with the rebound, and a huge dunk there. He made that look very easy.
And they will get Booth with the technical. Typically, and you see it more in the NBA, but in high school and college, they do not let you hang on the rim unless, I believe, it is to protect the safety of yourself or other players, which was not necessarily the case there. But the energy in this gym just went up tenfold because of that dunk.
Number 1, Zane Miley shooting for Monarch, and he'll make both those free throws. And it will be Monarch ball. Creek student section really trying to get these Monarch players riled up, really cheering for the Bruins tonight. And they're gonna call that foul on number 12, Donnie Condon. Again, lots of physicality. These teams are starting to get a little bit chippy on both ways, and just a lot of energy in this gym right now.
Yeah, and you can tell that the refs are also starting to get fed up with it. Nice steal there by Dominic Cesaro Scott.
Remy Larson with the take, and he'll try to kick it out. Steal by Zane Miley. And he will make that, and they will also call the foul on Christian Hammond.
And it looks like they'll get Miley with a technical. I believe it was not on the dunk, but after the dunk, he might have said some things.
Yeah.
So the refs are conversing.
And they're getting both teams to their bench. Like we were saying, there's been a lot of physicality, and it looks like this energy is maybe getting the best of these players a little bit.
Yeah, I've actually appreciated the composure from both the Bruin players and coaches. Neither team is really feeding into any of the chippiness, and I think that, you know, the Bruins are doing a good job just playing their game of basketball.
And we'll see what these refs end up calling on that. Definitely some conversation after that play.
And it looks like they're going to give the foul to the Bruins, and then the technical. Oh, and it's hard to tell. Yep, so I believe that was, excuse me, the shot for the foul. And then this will be the shot for the technical. And here we have it, Carrie Booth shooting our free throws for the technical foul.
And you were right. You said if there's an opportunity to shoot, they would put Carrie on the line, and they did. And he made the first one, missed the second, but they definitely rely on him and know that he is a good shooter. So Cooper Baranek back in for the Bruins.
So our foul totals are a little bit more even this half. We have 6 fouls for both the Bruins and Monarch.
Larson to Booth. Booth with the 3, and he can't get that one to fall. But Condon with a great rebound to Larson with a great shot. Bruins really just keeping their composure in this situation, and they came out with a great ball movement and great offensive play there. Booth couldn't quite get the rebound on that one, but it'll be Bruins ball now.
Yeah, that one's tough. You're anticipating the ball to go one way, and then Monarch pinned it against the rim, so it didn't go quite as they were expecting.
And they're going to call a foul against number 55, Garrett Myers.
Yeah, and some fouls you can hide, but that one, he was facing the ref, and he had a hold of Dominic Cesaro-Scott's jersey, so that one they're going to call probably 99% of the time.
And I think we're going to be back in 1-1, so.
Yeah, and this is where you can tell it's definitely an aggressive game. At the end of, or nearing the end of the third quarter, both teams are almost or in the bonus. So definitely getting to be a chippy game, but both teams are still playing really hard.
Good free throw there by Dominic Cesaro-Scott. Those 1-and-1s are really good opportunities to get some points, and making that first free throw is obviously the most important, so. Number 4, Tyler Carlson with the dish, and couldn't quite get that to fall, but Carrie Booth able to save it from going out of bounds, and it'll be Bruins ball.
Booth getting a full head of steam, and he'll shoot that one after a hard foul there by number 22, Brayden Luther.
It looks like Booth just kind of bounced off Luther right there, so he'll be on the line shooting 2.
Yeah, at first I was thinking he was going to try to throw that thing down. He was going in with that full head of steam, but you know, Luther's a big kid and was able to kind of keep Booth out of the paint.
So number 0, Owen Tennyson back in for Monarch. Good rebound there by Remington Larson, and some physicality there, but kick it back out to Donnie Condon to Baranek, who gets a nice little layup there.
Yeah, really nice pass there by Condon.
Rebound by Booth, and the Bruins are going to try to get one shot off. And couldn't quite get that one to fall. That was Donnie Condon, and that is the end of the third quarter.
And we're going to take it down to Reagan Knabe here in a second. Brayden, what are you seeing?
Thanks, guys. So I've got a breakdown of Monarch's schedule so far. They've already played 2 games. They have a 2-2 record. 3 of those games did come from a tournament. They lost to Meade, and then they beat both Bear Creek and North Glen. Their second loss comes from their game on Tuesday against Columbine, and that was a close one. They lost 68-66, but it's not a close one out here tonight versus the Bruins. They are down by double digits, so we'll see what they try to do to close that gap going into the fourth quarter and the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Reagan.
Yeah, it's interesting. These Bruins have kept a pretty consistent lead throughout the whole game. I believe that they kind of averaged like 19-point lead in that third quarter, but it is now 22-point deficit for Monarch, and I think both teams are going to just continue to come out firing in this last quarter of this game.
Bruins student section definitely trying to get their team ready to go for this fourth quarter. And foul count, Monarch has 8 fouls, Bruins have 6, so definitely, you know, in 1-1, and Bruins are really close to that, so it'll be an interesting quarter for sure.
Yeah, I think if both teams can try to keep it as clean as possible, they're going to feel better because hopefully then they can keep the other team off the free throw line.
Big shot there by Zane Miley. Bruins will try to respond right here. Hammond off the screen and goes up, hits it off the side of the backboard, but they're going to call that on number 55, Garrett Myers. And I believe that is his 3rd foul, team 9th. So he will come out for Monarch.
And Hammond just continuing to be aggressive on the drive, and you know that is going to get you to the free throw line, and whether the other team likes it or not, if you really drive hard, they're going to call the foul.
And Hammond makes his 2nd. Good rebound there by Chambers. So Bruins will try to get it back down the court quickly. Chambers to Purchase, to Cesario Scott, back to Chambers.
And I love how the Bruins are pushing the ball. Even though they're up and it's the fourth quarter, they're still trying to push the ball down the court.
Definitely, and they know that they'll get in situations where the fourth quarter is super critical, and they still got to finish out this game. Purchase with the big layup, Knopfziger with the putback, and the second time he gets it to fall.
Yeah, definitely. I think that once we get into some of the league games later in the season, you're going to see some closer games that will come down to the fourth quarter. So I think practicing for those situations is definitely important.
And Myers tried to get the 3 there, couldn't quite get it to fall. Hammond's going to bring it back down for the Bruins. Great screen there by Cesario Scott, and Hammond with a nice little spin move for 2.
Yeah, and that's just athleticism right there, and this is a very athletic team. They have size, but athleticism so far has been really impressive in this game.
And they're going to call that foul on number 21, Dominic Cesario Scott. So that will be on the floor, except for that it's 1-1. So now someone from Monarch will be shooting.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see the numbers. And I don't know if they necessarily know who's shooting it. And there we go. It seems that Owen
Tennyson on the line for Monarch with 1-1.
And now both teams are in the bonus. Monarch in the bonus and Creek in the double bonus. So this will definitely be an interesting next about 6 minutes because the foul count will probably continue to rise and we will see lots more free throws.
Bruins and Monarch both trying to communicate, get organized for this next little session of play, but Tennyson able to get that first one to fall, so he'll shoot again.
Yeah, this is one adjustment we saw right after the first quarter was Monarch sending all of their guys except their free throw shooter back on defense. I think that was definitely an attempt to just stop that fast break.
For sure. Chambers trying to get something going for the Bruins to Hammond. Hammond gonna drive, get a little shot off, can't quite get that one to fall. And number 1, Zane Miley, tips it back out to Monarch. Shot by Evan Trujillo, that's a 3, big 3 for Monarch there, trying to change the momentum a little bit, but Chambers will bring it back down for Creek. Creek trying to run some sets here, it looks like.
Yeah,
out to Hammond, to Knopfziger. Huge shot there by Knopfziger. Great play by the Bruins.
Yeah, once again, you're seeing that the Bruins want to practice these things, and especially when they haven't had that much practice, this is a good time to do it, and that was obviously a successful play for them.
Garrett Myers with the 3 for Monarch. They've been able to hit some big 3s tonight, and the Bruins want to just make sure that they try to finish out this game because Monarch is hot right now. Moving the ball well to Purchase in the corner. Can't quite get that one to fall. And it looks like they're gonna call a foul on the Bruins. And that will be on Christian Hammond. So definitely you can tell these refs are trying to keep the game under control. It looked like all guys were going up for the rebound there, but definitely getting physical out there. So number 55, Garrett Myers, will be shooting for Monarch.
Yeah, and I feel like we've seen a shift in the refereeing. At the beginning of the game, it seemed like we weren't getting as many calls, but now these refs definitely are wanting to keep it under control, which I can appreciate because you don't want any of these players to get hurt.
And Myers able to get that first one to fall. And the second one, so now Hammond's gonna try to get the Bruins in something on this end, trying to get some good ball movement. Every time that they've gotten the ball swung around, they've really been able to get some good shots off. It looks like Monarch is trying to trap and just put a lot of pressure on the Bruins, and they're successful there. Number 24, Dean Reeves with the steal for Monarch. Shot attempt there by number 1, Zane Miley, and Blake Purchase with the rebound. And a big pass out to Chambers, to Booth, and Booth with the big 3.
It looks like maybe Purchase got poked in the eye on that play. You know, not a lot is going to take him down, but something like that hurts.
Purchase with the big steal there to Knopfziger. And everyone wanted to dunk on that one, but probably a smart move there, trying to keep the Bruins in a good rhythm. And they're going to call it a charge.
And this Bruins student section is going crazy, and it's definitely raising the energy in this gym, even though, we have, I believe, 24-point deficit. It still is, a crazy atmosphere here.
So that was called against number 22, Brayden Luther. So the Bruins will use these next about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to try to get some good sets going, play under pressure. Monarch is trapping and really putting a lot of pressure on the offense. And Hammond with a nice finish there, pass from Knopfziger.
And just checked into the game for his first time tonight was number 13, Charlie Eigner.
Rebound by Knopfziger. Chambers will bring it down the court. Hammond to Eigner. Eigner will dish it out to Booth. And can't quite get that one to fall, but Knopfziger's got the rebound. And a great putback there by Knopfziger.
Yeah, that was a strong take, and he's seen that, and the colleges have seen that. He is off to Colorado College next year, and he's just really had a great start to the season.
And there he is again with the deflection so that Hammond could get that steal there. Booth able to get it under control a little bit, and he will just dunk right there. He makes that look very easy, and they're going to call another technical on him.
So I believe that means that Booth will have to exit the game. It looks like Coach Derringer is asking what he should do differently on that one. I think on that one they got him for the slam. So essentially in high school and college basketball, they want you to go up, they want you to dunk it and not do anything else, not hang, not slam. But definitely raising the energy in this gym again, and I know that Booth will be frustrated about that, but at the same time, that was a sweet play.
So Dominic Cesaro-Scott will come back in for the Bruins. You know, I think with that dunk, I don't know all the rules with dunking because usually in girls basketball, there's not a whole lot of girls that can dunk at the high school level. But you don't see a lot of dunks like that at the high school level either, and he makes that look really easy, and I think that's why he's kind of an easy target for that call. But this Bruins student section is definitely into it. They're excited for Carey, but he's going to have to figure out how he cannot get 2 technicals in a game just because he's dunking.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing we've talked about a lot is just that same idea of refs have never seen stuff like that in high school basketball. So that's just an incredible thing. So they don't know what to do with that either. So it seems that because it was such a big play, maybe they should call the tech.
And big shot there by Garrett Myers. He has had multiple 3-point shots this game. Another, you know, he's kind of played a guard and kind of that post position for Monarch, but really a threat for the 3 and deflected off of Monarch, so it will be Bruins ball. Cooper Baronic and Jack Zerker checking in for the Bruins. 2 seniors coming off the bench, hoping to make an impact in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, definitely, and we are nearing the 2 minutes left in this game. The Bruins are up 73-49, and it is coming to a close here, but both teams are still fighting really hard.
And great pass there from Chambers to Cesario-Scott. He's going to dish it out to Baronic, to Zerker, to Chambers. Bruins are definitely sharing the ball really well. Pass out to Eigner, to Baronic, back to Eigner, to Chambers, who will shoot the 3 and can't quite get that one to fall, but will get the foul. So number 0, Owen Tennyson, called there for the foul. So Chambers will shoot 3.
Yeah, and I know a lot of coaches do not like it when their players foul on a 3-pointer because it's such a hard shot anyways. They, you know, giving them 3 easier points at the line is something you don't want to do.
Chambers, first 2 are good. Number 22 and number 21, Brayden Luther and Nick Gleason in for Monarch. And Chambers will get the 3rd to fall. So number 5, Remington Larson back in for the Bruins. And we've got all seniors on the court except for Dominic Cesaro-Scott. So we'll see how these Bruins finish out this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to get some of these guys playing time. You know, they are huge players during practice, really challenging the varsity. And so it's good to get them some time on the court.
Larson with the rebound. And Bruins trying to get a fast break here. And number 4, Tyler Carlson will foul for Monarch. So we're still in the bonus, so Remington Larson will shoot. And that one is good, and so Monarch will bring it back down. About 1:20 left in this game. And Monarch will try to get that pass to go. And it'll be deflected off of Monarch, so it'll be Bruins ball. Number 23, Quinn Huddleston in for the Bruins. Eigner to Larson. Zerker with a nice screen there. Larson to Eigner. These guys are really trying to get some good ball movement going. And Zerker will pass it down to Larson. Larson kicks it out to Eigner. Eigner can't quite get that one to fall. But a good shot there, good ball movement there by the Bruins.
Yeah, that's great. And, especially near the end of the game here, just moving the ball, opening up any opportunities is a great thing.
Eigner deflects it off of Monarch there, able to keep it inbounds, and they will call a kick on Monarch, so Bruins will have it underneath the basket.
Yeah, that was incredible balance there by Eigner. He deflected it, caught it, and then was able to stay in bounds.
And it looks like that one just kind of came off the hands of Cooper Baronic, so it'll be Monarch's ball heading the other way, about 23 seconds left in this game. And they're going to call a foul on number 5, Remington Larson.
Well, this really has been an exciting game. Both teams have played with a ton of energy here. It got a little chippy near the end, but I think both teams were thinking that they were wanting to keep the energy up, and I never saw anyone give up in this whole game. So that's really great, and, the Bruins will probably clock this out and they will have about a 27-point lead.
Can't quite get that one to fall, and looks like Monarch will try to get one more shot off here. And Bruins come out and are able to win this second game against Monarch. Really a good rebound for the Bruins, and they are able to get some great play and great time tonight.
Yeah, and I think that for all players on the team, it was great to get some rotation in, work on a few different pass sets. It really was a good opportunity for all players involved, and hopefully now they are prepared better than they were for Regis, and if they see them again later this season, I think it'll be a much different game than last week.
For sure, and we will kick it down to Reagan Kenobi once she's able to find some of the players. The Creek student section very excited about this win for the Bruins tonight. So once she is able to get the attention of these guys, then we will kick it down to her. But really a great game tonight by the Bruins. They kind of needed that to kick some of the rust off, and they are looking like more like basketball players now.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, it looks like she might have Christian Hammond. He had a great game today. So with that, Reagan, we are going to kick it down to you.
All right, guys, I'm here with Christian Hammond. Christian, how hard is it to change your mindset from football to basketball? You had one day of practice before that Regis game. How did you come into that game?
I thought it was going to be kind of easy, but being in basketball shape compared to football shape is a really big difference, and it really showed in our game against Regis. And just having to change from football, going hard for one play at a time, and basketball going full speed, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a really big change, and I was trying to adapt as fast as I can, and I think me and Blake are doing a pretty good job of it.
So what did you guys work on in your last couple of practices to try and knock some of that rust off?
Just shooting, really, because you got to keep your shooting touch, and also conditioning. To because you can't play basketball if you're not in good condition. So those are the two big things.
All right, well, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we will close it out here at Kirby Lyle Gymnasium. Creek with the big win over Monarch. From William McDavid and Kel McDavid signing off.